My beloved child, stop, be still, and listen. You did not arrive at this video by accident. I led you here. The weight of expectations, the noise of other people's needs, and the endless turning of your own thoughts have buried the change I already ignited within your spirit. But now the silence breaks. Now truth stands before you and calls you by name. You are my chosen one, and I demand your attention, not to condemn you, but to awaken you. You have carried weariness, confusion, and questions about your faith long enough. I have come to answer them. The tug you feel in your chest is not anxiety. It is alignment. This message will not flatter your pain. It will interpret it. It will show you why I moved quietly while you waited for thunder, why I allowed pressure where you prayed for ease, and why the hidden work in you is about to be revealed. Hear me. This is a destiny moment. The ticking you sense is not running out. It is counting down to unveiling. I will confront what has dimmed your vision, lift what has bowed your shoulders, and name what you could not name. The shift within you is real, and it is mine. Stay with me, because in the next breath, I will unfold the pattern behind your trials, the purpose of your silence, and the reason your season has turned. It will change how you see everything. Welcome to this channel, where my word is honored and my people are strengthened. To those who have stood faithfully, and to every heart who has given super thanks, I see you and I bless you. If you are ready to step into what I am unveiling, share this message. Declare your agreement by commenting 777 and subscribe so you do not miss what I speak next. Remain here. I am about to speak, and your life will not leave unchanged. My child, you have long imagined that transformation must come with thunder, with lightning tearing the sky, with fireworks bursting against the darkness to declare, now something new has begun. You have believed that change must be noisy, undeniable to the human eye, impossible to miss. Yet I tell you this, my ways are not your ways, and my power is not revealed in the noise of man. The deepest works of my spirit move like the shifting of tectonic plates beneath the earth, silent, unseen, yet powerful enough to reshape continents. The change you have feared, the very moment you thought would crush you, has already been forming inside of you quietly, faithfully, without your awareness. And now I am bringing it into the light. Remember what I spoke through my prophet. After the earthquake and after the fire, I was not in the fire, but in the still small voice. That whisper carried more power than the roaring of mountains or the blaze of flames. Why? Because my voice does not compete with the noise of the world. I choose stillness to train your ears, to draw you closer, to remind you that I am not a spectacle to be observed, but a presence to be encountered. Do not despise the silence, for in the silence I was aligning your spirit with heaven's timing. Like a star burning for thousands of years before its light ever reaches the earth. Your transformation has been shining long before you could see it. Just because your eyes have not caught it does not mean it is not real. Heaven has already been celebrating what earth still ignores. You prayed for strength. Did you imagine that I would simply hand you power like a medal placed around your neck? No, beloved. When you asked for strength, I gave you walls so high that you had no choice but to climb. I allowed opposition to confront you so that my power would be perfected in your weakness. For strength is not forged in ease, it is born in resistance. And when you prayed for love, I did not send you comfort first. I allowed loss. For it is in the ache of emptiness that you learn to value your own heart, to see my fingerprint inside yourself before searching for it in another. Love is not a gift cheaply given. It is discovered in the ashes, treasured all the more because it cost something. Look to Joseph, the son betrayed by his own brothers, sold into slavery and forgotten in prison. Did he not find his purpose not through celebration, but through rejection? Did he not rise to save nations because of the very pain that tried to erase him? And look to David, the boy crowned with promise yet sent to fight lions, bears, and finally a giant before a crown ever touched his head. This is the paradox of those I choose. The pain you resented, the trials you wished away, have been the very architecture of your transformation. Even your tears, the ones you hid from others, were watering the soil of your destiny. What felt like breaking was in truth the planting of a harvest you could not yet imagine. Pain, when surrendered to me, becomes the doorway to authority. Michelangelo once said that every block of stone contains a statue, and it is the task of the sculptor to discover it. Hear me. Your struggles have been my chisel. Each strike, each moment of pressure, each cutting away that stung your soul was not meant to destroy you, but to reveal you. The world may have only seen fragments falling away, but I saw the masterpiece emerging. Your destiny has always been hidden beneath layers, and only pressure could free it. Do not curse the chisel. Without it, the form would remain hidden forever. What you thought was loss was revelation. What you thought was destruction was unveiling. Even the voices of history affirm what I have been whispering. Pope John Paul II declared to a generation scarred by war and doubt, "The future starts today, not tomorrow." He was calling them, as I am calling you now, not to wait for fireworks or grand announcements, but to embrace the hidden whispers of change already stirring. Your fear arrived clothed in ordinary days because I don't work in spectacle. I work in resonance. Every frequency of heaven begins in silence before it manifests in sound. Just as music is born from rests before notes are played, so your destiny begins with silence before triumph resounds. Do you see it? Even the ordinary day you dismissed as unimportant carries extraordinary weight. But I must warn you, as I warned those before you. Consider Saul, a man anointed, set apart, called to kingship, yet unwilling to wait in obedience. His impatience cost him the throne and severed his lineage. He mistook noise for direction, haste for faith, and his downfall stands as a testimony of what happens when my whispers are drowned out by the noise of self. Saul's story is not ancient history alone. It is a mirror. How many today rush into positions of power without character, craving applause without sacrifice? Their kingdoms rise quickly, but crumble even faster. My child, do not follow their path. Stillness is not weakness. Stillness is alignment. Have I not said in Psalm 46:10, "Be still and know that I am God"? Stillness is like a tree whose roots grow downward in silence before fruit ever appears on its branches. The forest does not applaud the seed, yet heaven does. The ocean does not trumpet its tides, yet the moon silently pulls them into motion. Is it not the same with your life? While you waited for spectacle, my spirit was already moving tides within you. Even the stars preach this truth. They appear frozen in the night sky, but they are racing across galaxies with velocity too great for your eyes to perceive. Your life too appears still, but my movement has been hidden in its depths. Psychologists speak of cognitive dissonance. the tension when reality does not align with expectation. Spiritually, you feel this dissonance when you believe I have abandoned you, when in truth, I have been guiding you in unseen ways all along. This is why I declared through Isaiah, "Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it?" You look for me in earthquakes and fire, but I whisper in silence. Transformation rarely enters through the front door. It comes through back corridors, disguised as loss, as silence, as waiting. Could it be that the very moments you tried to escape were the ones I was using to anchor you? Like the moon pulling tides, I have been drawing your heart even as you resisted. My absence was not neglect. It was the space I created for your growth. Sometimes silence is louder than any answer I could give. My beloved, every battle, every hidden tear, every quiet hour has been sacred. The lion David fought in secret was preparation for the Goliath that all would one day see. Joseph's dungeon was the doorway to Pharaoh's palace. Your own hidden seasons, the years where no one clapped, no one noticed, and no one celebrated, have been the proving ground of heaven. I was shaping you, not for applause, but for endurance. I was teaching you that strength is not a crown placed upon your head. It is the backbone that allows you to carry the crown without collapsing. I tell you again, do not despise these silent years. Do not curse the pain that pressed you. For while the world sees delay, I see design. While the world sees obscurity, I see formation. While the world hears nothing, I hear the resonance of your obedience shaking the corridors of eternity. Transformation is not a performance for men. It is alignment with me. And once aligned, no throne, no enemy, no storm can undo what I have ordained. Stay with me now. Do not let the noise distract you, as it did Saul. Learn from him and from all who rushed ahead of my timing. Their impatience led to collapse. But if you remain still, rooted, willing to trust my unseen hand, then the very silence you feared will become the stage of your unveiling. My whisper has more authority than the world's roar, and the whisper you have struggled to discern is now becoming the trumpet of your destiny. My child, listen closely, for what I am about to reveal builds upon what you have just heard. You have seen how I move in whispers, how I shape you in silence. Now I will show you how the world I created preaches this same truth if you have eyes to see and ears to hear. Creation itself testifies that my greatest works are not born in spectacle, but in stillness. Everything around you echoes the mystery of silent transformation, and everything you observe in nature reflects the hidden ways in which I move within you. Consider the tree. When you look upon its branches in winter, you may see only stillness, and you may think that nothing is happening. But deep beneath the surface, its roots are stretching downward, seeking nourishment that no eye can see. The roots grow in silence, in darkness, without applause. Yet they are the very reason the tree can one day carry fruit. Do you see? Your own life has been the same. While you saw little evidence of growth, while you wondered if you had been abandoned, I was pressing your roots deeper into my spirit so that, when the appointed season came, your fruit would endure storms and not wither. The forest does not celebrate the seedling, but heaven does. For I know what is being formed long before others can recognize it. Look also at the moon. Night after night it appears without sound, yet its silent presence pulls entire oceans into motion. The tides rise and fall, not because of noise, but because of alignment. My child, your life is also being drawn by unseen forces of my will. Though you do not hear the sound of my hand, though no trumpet announces the shifting of your destiny, I have been guiding your steps with precision. Stillness is not inactivity. It is alignment with my hidden rhythm. Just as the moon governs the tides, my spirit governs the flow of your life, pulling you toward purpose without chaos or clamor. And what of the stars? You look into the night sky and imagine they are fixed, unmoving, frozen in place. Yet in truth, they are racing across galaxies at speeds beyond your comprehension. Their motion is hidden from your eyes, but it is no less real. The same is true of your own journey. From your perspective, life may seem stalled, delayed, unmoving. You may believe nothing is happening. Yet I tell you, even in the stillness, I have been propelling you forward. Your destiny is advancing with unseen velocity, and what appears still is alive with movement beneath the surface. Psychologists speak of what they call cognitive dissonance, that tension when expectation and reality do not align. You have felt this when you asked, "Where are you, Lord? Have you abandoned me?" You expected noise, spectacle, immediate answers. But reality gave you silence, waiting, and struggle. That dissonance whispered that I was gone. Yet the truth is that I was guiding you in ways you could not perceive. This is why I declared through my prophet Isaiah, "Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it?" My child, the work has already begun. The problem is not that I am inactive. It is that your eyes have not yet adjusted to the new light. Perception often lags behind reality, but my word is never late. You are like a traveler standing beneath a star, unaware that its light began its journey long before you were born. What you see is not the beginning, but the revelation of something that has long been in motion. In the same way, the transformation within you has been burning for years, and only now is its light reaching your eyes. Do not confuse delayed perception with absence. Just because you cannot yet see what I am doing does not mean I am not already at work. Even the arts carry this message if you listen. Beethoven began one of his symphonies with 4 notes that strike like thunder. Yet the true depth was not in the opening, but in the quiet development that followed. It was in the subtleties, the silent progressions, the movements unnoticed by the untrained ear, that the masterpiece took shape. So too is your life. You may think the dramatic moments define you, but I tell you the quiet development, the unseen perseverance, the patience in obscurity, these are the notes that give your life its depth. Without them, the symphony would remain shallow. With them, it carries weight that echoes into eternity. Do not despise the hidden measures of your song, for the music of your life is being written not only in the crescendos, but in the pauses between them. Even silence is part of my composition. I am conducting the melody of your existence, and though you may not understand every note, the final harmony will reveal my purpose. History itself offers testimony to this truth. Consider Nelson Mandela, imprisoned for 27 years. The world thought his life was over, that his purpose had been silenced. Yet in the stillness of a prison cell, transformation was taking place. He was being formed into a leader who would walk out of confinement with vision instead of bitterness. The prison you fear may in fact be the workshop of your destiny. The walls that seem to cage you may be the very place where I am shaping you for the authority I intend to give you. You think exile is punishment, but I use exile as preparation. Mandela's silence birthed a voice that shook nations, And I will use your hidden season in the same way to prepare you for influence that eyes have not yet seen. And do not forget Jacob, who wrestled through the night until the dawn broke. He emerged with a limp, but also with a new name. The struggle did not destroy him, it transformed him. That limp became his reminder of my presence, his covenant mark, his evidence that he had met me face to face. My beloved, your scars are not shame. They are signatures of covenant. You will walk differently after this season, not because you failed, but because you encountered me in the darkness. The night you thought would never end was the very place where your new identity was born. So learn to see with new eyes. When you think nothing is happening, roots are growing. When you believe the tides are still, the moon is pulling them into motion. When you assume the stars are frozen, they are racing across galaxies. When you fear I have abandoned you, I am guiding you unseen. When you hear silence, I am whispering transformation. Everything in creation, in art, in history, even in the very pages of Scripture, confirms this. My greatest works are not shouted, they are revealed in stillness. That is why I call you to trust me beyond what your eyes can measure. Do not mistake silence for absence or waiting for denial. The ground beneath you is moving. The music of your life is being written. The prison you feared is becoming your training ground. The wrestling you endured is giving you a new name. The very things you thought would end you are the things I am using to unveil you. Be still and know that I am God. The stillness is not the end of your story. It is the soil of your becoming. My child, you have seen how I work in silence, how I move beneath the surface of your life, like roots stretching deep into hidden places. Now let me show you the mystery of drought, for even the seasons of dryness carry my signature. You pray for overflowing rivers, and you expect abundance to appear immediately. Yet often, instead of streams rushing to your feet, you find yourself standing in parched ground, wondering if I have withheld from you. Do not mistake the drought for punishment. The drought is a teacher. The barren season is not the absence of my hand, but the stretching of your roots into waters unseen. Remember Jeremiah 17:7-8. Blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord, whose confidence is in him. They will be like a tree planted by the water that sends out its roots by the stream. It does not fear when heat comes. Its leaves are always green. It has no worries in a year of drought and never fails to bear fruit. The tree does not panic when rain withholds itself, because its trust is in the hidden stream. My beloved, I have been training you in the same way. I allowed the surface to dry so you would learn to drink from the depths. Abundance is not always about what flows above the ground. It is about discovering what sustains you when nothing is visible. Think of clay in the potter's hand. While soft, it cannot yet hold anything. It must be pressed, shaped, and placed into the furnace. Only the fire hardens it into a vessel strong enough to carry water. You asked me to pour out blessing, but I could not pour into a vessel that would crack under pressure. So I placed you in the kiln of trials. The heat you felt was not to destroy you, but to cure you. I was testing and sealing your life so that when the oil of my Spirit flows, it will not be wasted. Do you not see? The furnace is not rejection, it is refinement. As it is written, the refining pot is for silver and the furnace for gold. But I, the Lord, test the heart. Proverbs 17:3. I know the fire was uncomfortable. I know the heat seemed unbearable, But you must understand, precious metals cannot shine until impurities are burned away. Your faith, your patience, your endurance, they were being purified. Each trial was a flame removing what could not remain. And when the fire completed its work, what was left was not weakness, but strength, not fragility, but resilience. Consider also the volcano. Its eruption seems violent, devastating, destructive. Ashes fill the sky, molten rock scorches the earth, and all appears ruined. Yet over time, the very soil born of fire becomes the richest, most fertile ground. What looked like devastation produces harvests more abundant than the land ever knew before. My child, the eruptions in your life, the moments that felt like they tore everything apart, were never the end. They were creating soil for your future fruitfulness. Out of what burned you will come what blesses. Out of what seemed to destroy will come what multiplies. So when you pray for abundance and find yourself in drought, remember this: I am not withholding, I am preparing. The drought stretches your roots, the furnace seals your vessel, the eruption enriches your soil. Every dry place, every fiery place, every broken place is working together to form the ground of your destiny. You must learn to trust that the process is holy even when it feels painful. You see the surface and think you are dying. But I see the roots and know you are deepening. You feel the heat and think you are breaking. But I know you are hardening into strength. You see the ash and think everything is lost. But I see the harvest it will one day produce. This is why I call you to faith. To trust beyond what you see. To believe that nothing is wasted when it is placed in my hands. Do not despise your drought, for in the drought your trust is revealed. Do not curse the fire, for in the fire your faith is proven. Do not fear the eruption, for in the eruption your future is being fertilized. I am not absent in the barrenness. I am not silent in the fire. I am not cruel in the shaking. I am the God who turns desert into garden, furnace into formation, ashes into beauty. Therefore lift your eyes. The drought will not last forever. The fire will not consume you. The eruption will not end you. All of these are stages of preparation for the abundance I have promised. You will not only endure, you will flourish. And when the rivers flow again, when the harvest springs up, you will understand that it was the hidden work of the drought, the refining of the fire, and the richness of the ashes that made it possible. Trust me, beloved, for what I am building in you cannot be toppled by seasons. Your strength is not in the rain that falls, but in the roots that have found me beneath the surface. Your worth is not in the vessel before the fire, but in the vessel that emerges afterward, unbroken and ready. Your destiny is not in the land before eruption, but in the harvest that grows after the ash. This is my promise. What I begin, I finish. What I test, I perfect. What I allow to be broken, I remake stronger than before. The drought is your classroom, the furnace your training ground, the eruption your preparation. Hold fast, for abundance is not denied to you. It is being formed within you, and when it appears, it will endure. My child, hear me now. For what I am about to reveal flows from the furnace of drought into the mystery of solitude. You have walked through dry seasons, and you have endured the refining fire. Now I bring you into the hidden place, the cocoon of transformation, where strength is not displayed, but formed. Do not despise this place of aloneness. Do not curse the silence of the cave or the shadows that surround you, for even there my presence abides. Have I not promised in Psalm 23:4, "Though you walk through the valley of the shadow of death, you shall fear no evil, for I am with you"? The shadow does not mean absence, it means covering. The valley does not mean defeat, it means preparation. Even when no one sees, I see. Even when no one understands, I understand. Think of the eagle. Its greatness is not proven on calm days when the air is still. Its true strength emerges only in the storm, for it is in the turbulence that its wings lock into the currents and it learns to soar above what others dread. So it is with you. I have allowed storms not to drown you, but to teach you how to rise. Your wings of faith are stretched, not in comfort, but in resistance. And like the eagle, you will not only survive the storm, you will be lifted higher by it. Do you not know what I spoke through Isaiah 40:31? They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Waiting is not wasted time. Waiting is wing-building time. Consider also the pearl. Its beauty is not born of ease, but of irritation. A grain of sand enters the shell. A wound is created, and slowly, through layer upon layer of response, the irritation becomes treasure. So too with your life. The pain that pierced you, the wound that seemed senseless, is the very place where I am forming beauty. Out of the irritation will come the treasure. Out of the wound will come the pearl. You have looked at your scars as evidence of loss, but I tell you they are evidence of creation. They are reminders of where I have turned pain into glory. This is the mystery of the cocoon. To the outside eye, the cocoon appears like death, stillness, and ending. Yet inside, the caterpillar is dissolving, being remade into something new. Protection looks like confinement, but it is rebirth. The hiddenness is not punishment, it is protection. I have hidden you not to withhold, but to prepare. If the cocoon is broken too soon, the wings are not ready and the creature cannot fly. So too with you. The waiting, the confinement, the silence are necessary for your transformation. Understand this also. The seed must be buried before it can sprout. Burial is not the end of the seed. It is the beginning of life. The soil that covers it is not a coffin, but a womb. You have felt buried, forgotten, pressed down by the weight of life. But I tell you, you are planted, not buried. What others call the end, I call the beginning. The darkness is not your grave. It is the womb of your future. Out of this hidden place, new life will spring forth. Do not resist the stretching, for I am making you into new wineskins. Did Mark 2:22 not declare, "No one pours new wine into old wineskins. Otherwise the wine will burst the skins, and both the wine and the wineskins will be ruined"? No, they pour new wine into new wineskins. This is why I have pulled you through pressure, why I have stretched your heart and tested your capacity. You prayed for new anointing, new blessing, new responsibility. But new wine cannot be carried in vessels that refuse to stretch. I am reshaping you, even when it hurts, so you will not burst when I pour out what I have prepared. Think of the story told in Les Miserables of Jean Valjean. His transformation was not sudden, not easy. It was forged through years of pain, hidden labor, and quiet choices made in solitude. The man who once carried chains became the man who carried mercy. not because of one dramatic moment, but because of countless unseen ones. My child, your transformation is not a single instant, it is a process. Each decision to forgive when bitterness tempted you, each step of faith when fear tried to paralyze you, each moment of surrender and silence has been shaping you. These hidden moments matter. They are the unseen bricks in the foundation of your destiny. Do not despise the slowness of transformation. For every crown I prepare is formed in obscurity. Every throne I ordain is preceded by hidden years. You must learn to see sweetness in struggle. As I have declared through my servant Paul, for our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all. Your present suffering is producing weight. It is not meaningless. It is manufacturing eternal value. You thought you were only enduring, but you were producing glory. You thought you were only surviving, but you were securing a crown. Yes, the crown. The crown has already been set aside for you. It is not earned through applause, but through endurance. It is not won in the marketplace, but in the hidden place where you chose faith over fear. The sweet fruit of perseverance is the crown that does not fade. Though no one applauded your nights of tears, heaven marked them as victories. Though no one saw the prayers you prayed in silence, I counted them as jewels in your crown. And soon, what was hidden will be displayed. But let me remind you of this. Acceptance is not surrender to defeat. Acceptance is not giving up. It is aligning yourself with my design. When you accept what I have allowed, you are not abandoning hope. You are affirming faith. For faith, as it is written in Hebrews 11:1, is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. Acceptance means trusting that what you cannot see is no less real, that what you do not understand is no less intentional. Acceptance is confidence in a design greater than your present vision. Therefore, my beloved, do not fear the valley. Do not despise the storm. Do not reject the cocoon. Do not mourn the burial. Do not resist the stretching. Each of these is holy. Each of these is part of the process that forms strength, beauty, endurance, and capacity. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. You are not being buried. You are being planted. You are not being confined. You are being protected. The solitude you resent is the womb of your strength. The hiddenness you fear is the shield of your destiny. When you emerge, you will not be the same. You will walk with authority. You will fly with strength. You will carry treasure formed in pain. You will pour new wine without breaking. You will wear the crown of perseverance. And when others marvel at your strength, you will know it was not built in applause, but in aloneness, not in spectacle, but in silence, not in ease, but in endurance. So rise in hope. Your valley is not forever. Your storm is not endless. Your cocoon is not permanent. Soon you will soar, you will shine, you will bear fruit, and you will testify that every shadow, every trial, every moment of solitude was worth it. My child, from the hiddenness of the cocoon and the weight of the crown, I now bring you to the lesson of sound. You live in a world filled with noise, voices that clamor for your attention, opinions that drown out discernment, distractions that scatter your heart. Yet I call you to lift your spirit above the static, to tune yourself to the frequency of heaven. For only when you silence the noise of earth can you hear the clarity of my whisper. Do not mistake noise for direction, nor volume for truth. Many words come from men, but only my word endures forever. I have spoken through Isaiah, Wasan. 19. If you are willing and obedient, you shall eat the good of the land. Obedience tunes your ear to my voice. The fruit you long for does not come from chasing every sound, but from aligning with my frequency. You are not called to feed on the noise of the world, for the noise is empty. You are called to feast on my promises, which are eternal. The obedient heart discerns my sound even when the world mocks. The surrendered life walks steady even when the crowd shouts confusion. There are treasures I will never place in the company of those who cannot value them. Did I not say in Matthew 7:6, "Do not cast your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet"? My child, not everyone is worthy to carry what I have placed within you. The gift I have sown in you is sacred. I have not designed it to be tossed into the chaos of careless hands. This is why I have hidden you, why I have preserved you, why I have sometimes denied you the audience you desired, not because your treasure was too small, but because it was too holy. Look at the story of Brunelleschi, the architect mocked by his peers when he proposed a vision they could not comprehend. They laughed at his invisible designs. They rejected his unseen blueprint, but he trusted what was revealed to him. And now the dome he built still stands as a wonder centuries later. So it is with you. What I have revealed in secret will outlast the noise of mockery. Those who scorned you will fade, but the work I have built in you will endure. Noise is temporary, but vision is eternal. Even my servant Paul understood this truth. Chains rattled around his wrists, the noise of prison echoed in his ears, but he did not allow the clamor of captivity to silence his call. He declared in Philippians 1:12, "What has happened to me has actually served to advance the gospel." The very noise of his trial became the platform for my voice. He turned prison into pulpit, bondage into breakthrough. So too with you. What was meant to silence you will amplify my purpose if you tune your spirit to my frequency. The clamor of chains is no match for the resonance of truth. Hear also the wisdom of Mother Teresa, who described herself as a little pencil in my hand writing a love letter to the world. A pencil does not argue with the writer. It does not complain about the pressure of the hand. It simply yields, and in yielding, it becomes an instrument of beauty. So must you be. Every hardship you endure, every resistance you face, every shadow you walk through, is a line in the story I am writing through your life. Do not despise the pressure. Without it, no word would be inscribed. Do not resist the movement. Without it, the letter would remain unwritten. Your life is my parchment. Your days are the lines of a letter I am writing to a weary world. Every struggle you faced has become ink. Every tear you shed has become punctuation. Every trial you overcame has become emphasis in the message of hope. Others may see only fragments, but I see the whole. I am composing a masterpiece that will speak of my faithfulness through you. Therefore, guard your ears and guard your heart. The noise of men will always try to rewrite what I am writing, to distract you from the words already inscribed. But hold fast to the frequency of heaven. When you obey, you eat the good of the land. When you discern, you protect the pearls. When you trust the unseen design, you outlast the mockers. When you see chains, remember Paul, who turned them into testimony. When you feel pressure, remember the pencil which writes best under the weight of the hand. My beloved, I am writing through you still. Do not rush the story. Do not throw away the pearls. Do not abandon the dome yet unbuilt. Silence the noise and trust the frequency of heaven, for I am still speaking, still guiding, still composing. Your life is not a random collection of sounds. It is a symphony attuned to me. And when the music is complete, every note will testify that you kept the frequency of heaven above the noise of earth. My child, I have spoken to you about the noise of the world and the frequency of heaven. Now I must draw you deeper, to the foundation of who you are. For until you know your identity in me, every storm will shake you and every voice will confuse you. You are not an accident. You are not forgotten. You are not ordinary. You are chosen, and I myself have stamped my seal upon you. The world may call you weak, inconsistent, or unworthy, but I call you mine. Do not measure yourself by the words of men, for their eyes are blind to the destiny I have written into your being. Measure yourself by my promise, for I have said in Psalm 138:8, "The Lord will fulfill his purpose for me. Your steadfast love, O Lord, endures forever." What I begin, I complete. What I design, I sustain. What I choose, I protect. You have looked at others and wondered why their pace seemed faster, why their path seemed smoother, why their results came more quickly. But hear me. The race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong. Do not envy the one who seems ahead. Do not despise yourself because your journey takes longer. I am not measuring you by speed, but by surrender. I am not asking you to be first. I am asking you to be faithful. What appears delayed is not denied. What looks slower to you is perfectly timed in me. Even when you falter, even when your faith grows thin, I remain. Have I not declared, if we are faithless, he remains faithful, for he cannot deny himself? My faithfulness is not dependent on your strength. My covenant is not fragile, breaking at the first sign of your weakness. I am constant when you are wavering. I am steady when you are shaking. I am faithful when you are fearful. This is who I am. Your identity is not secured by your grip on me, but by my hand upon you. Hear also the words of my prophet in Isaiah 64:8. We are the clay, you are the potter. We are all the work of your hand. Clay does not choose its shape. Clay does not resist the potter without consequence. The vessel is valuable because of the hands that form it. So it is with you. I have shaped you in my image. I have pressed you, stretched you, remade you, not because you were worthless, but because you were destined to carry treasure. The cracks in your life are not defects. They are places where my light shines through. The stretching of your being is not cruelty. It is capacity being expanded. But with this identity comes testing. For every child I call, I also refine. The crown is promised, but the crown is also proven. Hear the words of James chapter 1:12. Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love him. Do not fear the tests, for they reveal what is real. Do not resist the trials, for they expose the depth of your faith. Every examination is proof that you are chosen. I do not waste tests on those without destiny. Look at Daniel. Offered the king's delicacies, he could have indulged. He could have blended in, compromising for comfort. Yet he refused. He chose discipline over desire, holiness over hunger. And because of his obedience, he stood out. His identity as my servant became unmistakable, and I elevated him among kings. Discipline is the mark of the chosen. It is not restriction, but recognition. It sets you apart. You cannot eat what everyone else eats because you are not called to live as everyone else lives. You are set apart, and your choices must testify to it. But look also at Judas. He too was chosen, invited to walk with my Son, given opportunity to see miracles, to hear truth, to carry the presence of heaven. Yet when tested, he sold his calling for 30 pieces of silver. The same opportunity given to others became his downfall because of his response. Do you see, my child? The test is not in the circumstance, but in the heart's reaction. One man refuses compromise and is exalted. Another embraces greed and is destroyed. Trials do not create identity, they reveal it. They uncover what was already within. Even in the words of my servant Martin Luther King Jr., truth shines forth. Faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase. This is the essence of being chosen. You are not given every detail in advance. You are not shown the full picture. You are asked to trust, to step when you cannot see, to believe when nothing makes sense. Faith is not about having the map. It is about trusting the guide. And when you walk by faith, every step becomes a declaration of identity. I belong to Him. Do not fear what opposes you, for I have promised protection through 2 Thessalonians 3:3. But the Lord is faithful, and He will strengthen you and protect you from the evil one. Being chosen does not mean you will never face attack, but it does mean you will never face it alone. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. No scheme of the enemy will succeed. You may feel surrounded, but in truth, it is your enemies who are surrounded by me, my child. I am establishing your identity in this very moment. You are chosen not because of your perfection, but because of my purpose. You are chosen not because of your speed, but because of my design. You are chosen not because of your strength, but because of my sovereignty. Your journey may feel long, your tests may feel heavy, your battles may feel unending, but none of these change who you are. You are mine, sealed by my Spirit, formed by my hands, carried by my faithfulness. Do not let the world's noise confuse you. Do not let the enemy's lies define you. Do not let your own weakness discourage you. Return always to this truth. I am faithful, I am the potter, I am the protector, I am the finisher. What I began in you, I will surely complete. The crown awaits, not at the start of the race, but at the end of endurance. The throne is not given to the swift, but to the faithful. So rise in confidence, stand in discipline, walk in faith, endure the tests, reject compromise, embrace refinement, and remember always, you are chosen, and nothing on earth or in hell can undo what I have spoken over you. My child, I have seen you walk through the fire. You thought you would collapse, yet you are still standing, living proof that the flames could not consume what I have preserved. You believed the suffering would never end, but I decreed that it would only be for a brief moment, and after that, I myself would restore you, lift you up, and make you steadfast. Long ago I spoke this through my servant. After you have suffered a little while, the God of all grace will Himself restore and establish His children. That time has now come for you. You have asked me many times why I seemed silent, why your prayers were not answered in the way you expected. But my child, remember what I revealed through the prophet Jeremiah. I know the plans I have for you, plans for peace and not for harm, to give you a future and a hope. When you saw only ruins, I was still building. When you thought everything had ended, I was only beginning the next chapter. Your steps have never been aimless. You thought you were wandering through dead ends, but I have ordered every step as I spoke through the Psalms. The steps of the righteous are established by me, and I take delight in their way. The winding roads were not meant to make you lose your path, but to lead you to the place I promised. You have only seen dark hallways, but I have seen the open door waiting at the end. And as you have arrived here, a renewal has taken place in your mind and your soul. Remember what I declared through my apostle Paul. Do not conform to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that you may discern what is my good, pleasing, and perfect will. This renewal is not a coat of paint on the surface. It is a deep transformation where fear once ruled, but now wisdom reigns. Where despair once held you captive, but now faith has taken its place. Do you see it? You live differently now. You speak differently. You think differently. The very things that once made you tremble are now the currents lifting you higher. Like an eagle learning to fly, once flapping in panic, you have now discovered how to rest on the invisible wind and glide through the storms. It was I who taught you this lesson, not by your own strength, but by the wind of my spirit. This is why others see a change in you they cannot name. They hear you speak and feel authority even though your voice is gentle. They watch you stand firm in silence and cannot understand why. But I know, for I am the one who has sealed this transformation into your heart. Even art has proclaimed this truth. Shakespeare wrote that ripeness is all. My child, you are now ripe. Every season of delay only brought you to this moment, so that the fruit of your life would be strong enough to bloom without fading early. In another story, the film The Mission, transformation is not announced with trumpets, but revealed through quiet sacrifice, through walking in obedience to my will. That has been your path as well. Not a sudden explosion, but a melody that began in minor notes and slowly rose into a triumphant chorus. I myself have woven your life into such a symphony. And remember a secret I once spoke through my servant long ago. We hold this treasure in jars of clay to show that the surpassing power belongs to God and not to us. You see your body is fragile, cracked, but I see a vessel I have chosen, one into which I have placed my treasure. Your weakness only magnifies my power. The cracks do not destroy your worth. They allow my light to shine through. My child, the birthing room is now open. You thought it was a tomb, but I tell you it is the place where new life is being born. The trembling you feel is not weakness. It is the labor of destiny pressing into daylight. The silence is not abandonment. It is the moment I am drafting the blueprint for your beginning. You have passed through the fire, and now you are stepping into the harvest of blessing. Rise up. Walk with the calm assurance of one who knows they have been appointed. Live as one who has been transformed. No longer flap in panic, but glide on the wind I send. Let the world see the treasure I have hidden in you all this time. The glory is not yours, but I delight to let it shine through you. You are a jar of clay, but you hold an eternal treasure. You are one who was tested in fire, but now you are crowned. And I speak to you now. Step forward, for this is no longer the testing chamber. This is the birthing room. This is not an ending, but a beginning. From this day, the blessing will no longer be held back. It will flow out of your very life like a triumphant song heaven has long awaited. My child, the shaping has been long, the refining deep, the waiting heavy. Yet now I speak to you as one who has watched the entire process from the first stroke of my hand to the final detail. You have been formed, not by accident, but by design. The days of hiddenness, the nights of tears, the seasons when you thought nothing was moving, every one of them was part of my plan to bring you to this exact moment. You are not on the edge of failure. You are on the threshold of fulfillment. I who called you am also the one who finishes what I begin. Did I not speak through my servant that the one who calls you is faithful, and he will surely do it? That faithfulness is what has carried you, even when you felt unworthy to continue. I know you have felt broken, doubting, locked behind doors that refuse to open. You have walked corridors that seem to end only in walls. You have stood at closed gates until hope felt like ash in your mouth. But my child, the locked door was not rejection, it was timing. The silence was not abandonment, it was preparation. The waiting was not punishment, it was gestation. Have I not said through my prophet that the vision is yet for an appointed time? And though it delays, wait for it will surely come and will not be late. The word I spoke over you has not expired. The promise I breathed into you has not withered. It is ripening unseen, and when it emerges, it will appear as if overnight. This is why I have hidden you, why I drew you back from the noise and placed you in quiet places. You thought you were being set aside, but you were being set apart. Hiddenness is not exile, it is incubation. You are not buried, you are planted. Just as I have told you before, the soil is not your grave, but the womb of your destiny. Seeds disappear into darkness, but from that darkness, roots take hold. From that stillness, life springs forth. And when the time comes, what was hidden breaks through the surface in power and cannot be ignored. You have wrestled with the stillness. You have mistaken patience for passivity. Yet I tell you, as the sculptor Rodin once said, patience is also an action. Waiting with faith is not doing nothing. It is building strength, aligning vision, gathering momentum. Every day of hiddenness has been chiseling away what does not belong, revealing what I placed within you from the beginning. I have been sculpting you like a master artist with marble, each stroke deliberate, each pause purposeful. And now, the form is nearly complete. This is why you must not fear the silence of battle. Did I not declare to my people by the waters of the Red Sea that they need only be still, for I myself would fight for them? So it is with you. You have tried to force doors open, to break through barriers by your own might. But your strength was never the key. Your surrender is. Stand still and watch me move. My hand is mightier than your striving, my timing more perfect than your planning. There is a door before you now, and it is unlike any you have faced before. This door is not controlled by men, it is set by me. Remember what I revealed in the revelation to my servant John. When I open a door, no one can shut it, and when I shut it, no one can open it. The doors that closed were not lost opportunities. They were shields to protect your timing. The door that stands before you now cannot be bolted by any enemy, cannot be closed by any critic, cannot be locked by any fear. When I open it, you will walk through, and nothing in heaven or earth will be able to stop you. Your present moment may still feel like weakness, but I tell you it is not weakness. It is transition. The pressure you feel is not the weight of defeat. It is the pressure of birth. The tears you shed are watering the ground of your future. The heaviness on your chest is not condemnation. It is the weight of glory forming within you. Did I not speak through my servant that these light and momentary afflictions are producing for you an eternal weight of glory beyond all comparison? That is what is happening even now. You are being prepared to carry a weight you could not have borne before. My beloved, the time has come to lift your head. The cycle of forming is reaching its conclusion. You have passed through fire, walked through drought, endured hiddenness, submitted to shaping. Now the announcement is at hand. The time you thought was wasted has become the foundation under your feet. The prayers you thought were unheard have become the power in your spirit. The promises you thought had died are rising with you. Step into this with reverence. This is your appointed time, not because you earned it with perfection, but because I ordained it with purpose. The same voice that called you before you were formed in your mother's womb now calls you into fulfillment. The same hand that shaped you in secret now presents you in the open. What I have planted is now ready to emerge. What I have whispered in darkness will now be declared in light. So stand still and strong, for I am fighting the battles you cannot see. I am opening the doors you cannot touch. I am weaving together the threads you cannot untangle. And when the unveiling happens, it will not be a flicker, but a flood. You will not have to force your way. The door will swing wide. You will not have to shout your worth. Your fruit will testify. You will not have to beg for recognition. My favor will rest on you openly. This is the moment when you must choose to trust me completely. Lay down the urge to control, to manipulate, to push. Breathe deeply and remember, the one who calls you is faithful. He will do it. This is not the hour for panic. It is the hour for posture. Stand like one who knows the king is at work. Walk like one whose steps are ordered. Speak like one who carries my word. Think like one who has already crossed the threshold. Because you have not been buried. You have been planted. You are not a victim. You are a vessel. You are not lost. You are positioned. Every stroke of pain was carving purpose. Every delay was deepening roots. Every closed door was guiding you to the right entrance. And now, as surely as dawn follows night, your time is here. Do not let fear rob you of this moment. Do not let past disappointments whisper lies into your heart. Do not let the noise of others make you doubt what I have spoken. Look at the signs I have set before you. The fire did not consume you. The waiting did not break you. The silence did not destroy you. All of it has shaped you for this unveiling. My child, lift your eyes. The forming season is closing. The announcement is upon you. The vision is speaking. The door is opening. The glory is rising. And when you walk through, you will understand why the process took the time it did. You will see that nothing was wasted, not one tear, not one prayer, not one moment of hiddenness. I call you now. Step forward. This is not merely another season. This is the appointed time. The forming has ended. The unveiling has begun. The door stands open. The future I promised is waiting. Step into it with confidence, clothed not in striving, but in surrender, bearing not exhaustion, but authority. This is your time. My child, you have heard the announcement. And now I give you the charge. The forming is complete. The season of unveiling has begun. And with this unveiling comes responsibility. What I pour into you is not only for your own joy, but for the healing of many. What I entrust to you is not a crown for display, but a mantle for service. This is why the journey was long, why the fire was hot, why the silence was deep, so that when this moment arrived, you would carry not pride, but humility, not entitlement, but obedience, not fear, but faith. Now I commission you. Rise and walk in the authority I have placed upon you. Do not shrink back into the shadows of doubt, for the light upon you is not your own, it is mine. Do not bury the treasure again, for I gave it so that the world would see my glory through your life. Do not delay, for the time of waiting has passed. The door stands open, and I have given you the keys. Step through, and as you go, declare my faithfulness. You are to be my witness, not only in word, but in deed. Let your life speak of endurance, of transformation, of grace, unshaken by storm. Let your voice carry hope where despair has rooted itself. Let your hands be extended to lift the broken, for you know what it is to be broken and made whole again. Let your heart be a channel of my compassion, for you have received mercy upon mercy. And do not fear the opposition that will arise, for I am with you. The battles that frightened you before are no longer yours to fight. I am the one who goes before you, the one who surrounds you, the one who finishes what I begin. Your commission is not to strive, but to obey, not to prove, but to believe, not to conquer in your strength, but to stand in mine. So I send you now, not as one uncertain, but as one chosen. I crown you not for vanity, but for victory. I clothe you not with garments of heaviness, but with robes of praise. I place within you the fire that no water can quench, the peace that no storm can break, the joy that no sorrow can steal. Carry this into the world, and wherever your feet tread, know that I have gone before you. This is your commissioning, to walk as light in dark places, to carry hope into barren lands, to be a vessel through which heaven touches earth. The announcement has been made, the time has arrived, the door is open, and the commission is clear. Step forward, my child, for I am with you, even to the end of the age. My beloved child, I see your patience in remaining until the end. Your willingness to stay and receive is proof that your heart is ready for the next word I will release. Do not despise this endurance. For every moment you lean in and listen, you are sowing into your own destiny. Now hear my declaration. The moment you once feared has arrived, not to break you, but to reveal you. The trembling you feel is not weakness. It is the sign that you are standing on holy ground. When your spirit shakes, it is not collapse. It is confirmation. It is the earth beneath your feet testifying that what I planted within you is now rising to the surface. So I call you now to respond. Bear witness by sharing your testimony. Ask for prayer if your heart is heavy, or simply write, I receive this word, so the family of faith can stand with you. Share this word with those who need it most, the loved one whose voice has been silenced by despair, the friend locked in a battle that was never theirs to fight. Let this message reach them as a light in the dark. And I urge you, stay connected to what I am speaking. Subscribe, open your spirit, and keep the watch. For heaven is not done speaking. Every word you receive is another stone laid on the path I am building beneath your feet. Until the next word from heaven comes to you, walk quietly, remain faithful, and watch me act. Be still and know that I am God. Trust me, for I am moving even when you cannot see. And when the time is right, you will witness with your own eyes what I have promised.